folks. This is Christian Ballard here at
Let's go. Get on base.
And we say happy Wednesday. That means it's time for the Christian Ballard Show. If you hear my dogs barking in the background, I tried to drown out the noise. We got someone here cleaning the house, and yeah, we're going to try to get through it. But it is Christian Ballard, sports journalist here at Ballard Sports Media. Hope everyone's doing great. Hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Love and appreciate you guys for tuning in today. We got a couple different things to talk about. Not too much necessarily. If you want to call in, hit that StreamYard link. It's in the comments of today's show on Facebook and YouTube, where we are officially live for the show. Episode 28. We're almost at 30. This is awesome. I love it. I love that this show is growing. I love that we get calls. Anyone could call in. You don't have to be on camera like me, but we at least need your audio to let your voice be heard. So get in. Phone line is open using the StreamYard link. It's free. It's easy. Toll free. Um, What was this? Oh, top 10 Sports Center plays. I guess First Take's fixing to come on though. Let me I know if you hear the TV, I'm not trying to like have too much background. Hopefully you can hear that a little bit over the dogs, but let's get into today's topics. Auburn has their quarterback in Jackson Arnold. Are they putting the SEC on notice, having Perry Thompson, Cam Coleman, and now someone to throw them the football? Jeremiah Cobb, the lead rusher, 195 yards on the season through 2 games, 2-0, undefeated, and they're ranked number 24 in the recent top 25 poll. Jackson Arnold just shy of 400 yards, actually at 359. Cam Coleman exactly 100 receiving yards for the Auburn Tigers so far this year. And when you look at what Auburn's been able to do, I'm not sold too much on the defense just yet. I'm not going to say that it's bad and that it should, you know, I don't think it's bad. I think it's pretty good. I mean, they did win, what was it, 38-24 against Baylor. So that's a good victory to have on the road. But other than that, I think the defenses look pretty okay. You look back at that Auburn Baylor game, uh, outscoring in the second and third quarters 10-7, then 14-7 over Baylor, respectively. And Jackson Arnold running for 137 yards and 2 touchdowns in that game. Just unbelievable. They have a mobile quarterback. They have a guy with his legs. They have the receivers. They've had the receivers. They've just needed that leadership. I would say that they didn't really have that last year in Peyton Thorne. But let me know what you guys think in the comments about Auburn. I tried to warn you about Auburn. I said they were going to be good. I didn't hype them up for the playoffs. I didn't hype them for the SEC title, but I said they're going to be good and maybe hit 7 or 8 wins. You look at Auburn this year, and this is a team that has come together at the right time. This is a team that overall you expected to have a good year. You expected them to make some noise. The the key losses that they might have, maybe Alabama. At this point, actually, I would not take Alabama in the Iron Bowl. I just would not. I like the performance against ULM, but that doesn't phase me. It's ULM. I would take Auburn over Alabama. I would not take Auburn over Georgia right now. But that's who they got coming up soon in October. Of course, Georgia got to get through Tennessee this week. Auburn playing South Alabama at home. That should be just like Ball State, 42-3, maybe 45-0. Could they put a 50 burger up? Do we see the offense get better each week? Maybe. I don't know. And then they go to Oklahoma, Jackson Arnold's starting grounds, and they yeah, they have the schedule set up pretty nicely, honestly, I think. When you look at it, and we'll share real quick the schedule and look at it and kind of predict it. But I think Auburn's in a good position to where they can make a good run for the SEC title. I'm not saying they are going to get there, but it wouldn't surprise me if they're like a runner up and they just barely miss it. You look at the rest of the schedule, what are the chances they lose out? I don't think so. At Oklahoma, we'll see. Well, first they got to handle South Alabama. They will. They'll be 3-0 going into Oklahoma. That's no pushover Oklahoma team. They just handled Michigan. Then they go to Texas A&M. Are they looking at 3 straight losses with Oklahoma, A&M, and Georgia? I think they got to win at least one of those, if not 2. Let's say they lose 2. I think they can manhandle Missouri, Arkansas, Kentucky. Vandy, I'm not going to say anything. Vandy's going to be good this year. They already are. Mercer's, not that big of a deal, obviously. And then the Iron Bowl, the 90th edition with Alabama at home, by the way. So I look at this and I think it favors Auburn for the most part. I think the games they will be underdogs in, because I think they'll be favored in most likely most of these games. I would favor them against teams like Missouri. I think they're underdogs against Georgia, um, Oklahoma, which they probably already are. I would say Oklahoma and Georgia. I would say, even though it's on the road, you favor them against A&M, maybe only by 2.5 or 3 points. And then honestly, right now, if it's up to me, I'd favor them over Alabama. I hate to say it, but it being at home with Alabama having some question marks, I don't see why you don't look at Auburn and say this is the year to break through in your biggest rivalry against the Crimson Tide. I don't see why. I picked him in the offseason to win that game because I didn't know about Kalen DeBoer and how he'd handle that Jordan Hare environment. This will be his first trip to Jordan Hare ever, um, that I know of, at least. So I look at all that. I look at Auburn's schedule. Again, I'm not saying that they're going to beat teams like Alabama. I mean, I kind of am because I predicted it in the offseason, and it'd be interesting if I'm right on that. I hope I'm wrong because I want Alabama to win every game as a fan. But at the same time, I think Auburn's in a position where, yes, they have made noise this offseason throughout the first 2 weeks. Yes, they got to step up and play the big time opponents down the road like A&M, Georgia, Alabama, and they got to prove themselves. They got to prove something. I think they can, and ultimately, I think that they will. I'm not ready to predict games like Georgia just yet, but at the same time, you just never know what happens in those rivalry games. It's that year for Auburn. They get them at home. So we'll see. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on the Auburn Tigers this season. All right. That being said, we'll get that out as a good segment. And then we also want to do pick'ems today. Why not? Let's see. Let's see. Let's get the pick'ems up. College football pick'ems week 3. I probably won't clip this. Maybe I don't know. I gave my thoughts on this one the other day. I got Georgia Tech pulling an upset here, even though I do like Clemson to still be competing for the ACC and everything. They have the LSU loss, but if they take only one ACC loss, that should still keep them in competition for the ACC title against maybe a Georgia Tech, maybe a Florida State, possibly Miami. We'll see. A couple different teams out there. I like Georgia Tech though this weekend to get an upset. Troy and Memphis. I don't really know what to make of these teams, but I think Memphis being 2-0, going on the road here, has the momentum. I'm going to take Memphis. We'll come back to this one. Georgia, Tennessee. That's the big game. College game day there, everything like that. Washington or North Texas. North Texas can pull some upsets, and they can have some trick plays. They get creative, but this could possibly go either way. It's at North Texas. They got a 59.4% chance, and they're favored by 5.5. Um, I don't know. I mean, Washington State struggled against Idaho, 13-10. Then they had a great performance against San Diego State, 36-13. North Texas won an OT against Western Michigan, and then whoever LAM is 51-0. This is actually a tough game to call. It is at the Mean Green, North Texas. Give me the home team. When in doubt, take the home team. Home crowd environment. Plus, I really don't believe in Washington State to do much this year. They're going to struggle. They are. Backyard brawl. We'll come back to some of these games. I want to come back to the backyard brawl here. App State over Southern Miss. Maybe. Maybe. What's the line on this game? Let's see. Anything? 1.5 App State. It's at Southern Miss, and it's a night game on Friday? No, Saturday. Let's see. Shout out Sippy Sports Show. Southern Miss all the way, baby, to the doggone top. Doggone top. Texas A&M Notre Dame. This is a big one here. I kind of uh I kind of well, I don't know. I made a thumbnail. I think this is the game we're gonna go live for. So I probably shouldn't pick it. I probably should not pick this game. I don't know. But we'll do it anyway. This game in South Bend, someone remind me who won last year. I'm really not sure, but uh it's a night game in Notre Dame, 6.5 point spread, 49.5 the over under. I wouldn't know if I should take the over or not. Uh Majority picks Notre Dame. Notre Dame's at home at night. They got to get a win somewhere. What if they start out 0-2? Oh my gosh. Is this going to be the first loss for A&M though? Marcel Reed and then CJ Carr, great quarterback matchup. Not a whole lot. I mean, offensively, all the way around with Craver and Marcel Reed, A&M leads stat wise. So, with that being said, yeah, gig 'em. I'll go Aggies. I think Notre Dame. I'm gonna make a bold claim here and go upset on the road. Give me the Aggies defense to come through in this game, and Notre Dame not making the playoffs. They get off to a 0-2 start. Plus, they don't have a conference championship. I don't even know the rest of their schedule at the moment. But they'll obviously get some wins somewhere along the way. Give me the Aggies. I'm feeling Mike Elko right now. Um, And then you look at South Carolina and Vandy. This is another game I want to preview. This is like prime time. Number one, it is prime time. It's at 7:45. Vandy goes to South Carolina, who's ranked number 11, in an SEC showdown, 5.5 point spread for the Gamecocks. This is a no defensive game, in my personal opinion. I just see, I mean, if I had to trust the defense, maybe South Carolina gets it done. Plus, they're the home team. They got a 65% chance to win this game. I look at this and I say, with Pavia and Sellers, this is going to be a shootout. These are two very elite quarterbacks in the SEC. Lenora Sellers is better. I think he's more mobile. But I think the season that Pavia had last year put him on notice and put him on the spotlight. Um, he's got 5 touchdowns and a pick. Lenora Sellers yet to throw a pick, 2 passing touchdowns. Um, Cedric Alexander, pretty good running back for the Commodores, 22 carries for 2 touchdowns. I could go down the list. I think with Dylan Stewart and company, there's just better defense for South Carolina. I don't know if it's going to show up in a big way to where you say that it's going to shut down Pavia. But I think if anyone could get shut down late in the game, I trust South Carolina's defense to come through. Give me the Gamecocks at home at night over the Diego Pavia Commodores. All right. There you go. Diego Pavia Commodores. Oh, someone's going to run away with that, aren't they? Oh my God. Duke and Tulane could go either way, probably, but I like to. I don't know who I like here. I really don't. What did Duke lose? They got a loss. Illinois in a blowout, and they beat a team Elon Musk 45-17. Tulane did beat Northwestern. They beat a Power Four team already. Northwestern ain't that good. I want to be perfect this week, but at the same time, I really don't care who wins this game. Give me Duke. Minnesota Cal. I actually almost went live for this one. This is going to be a late game. This is what 10:30. I like Minnesota here. I think they're just better than Cal. I like Cal and where they are right now. I think they're an improved program. They are at Cal in this game. It's a long road trip for the Gophers, but interesting ACC and um, Big Ten matchup here. I like PJ Fleck in this one. Okay, let me close some tabs, crack my neck a little bit, straighten up. Okay, we got to do this one. So the big game, college game day, going to be in Knoxville for whatever they call this rivalry. I really don't know. Um, I see you back there, Dominic. I'll get you in a second. We got to pick Georgia, Tennessee. Game day is going to be there. I'm sure SEC Nation already locked in. This is going to be a huge matchup here. Big rivalry game. 15 versus number 6. 15 at home. Both 2-0 here in week 3. Georgia favored by 3.5. Georgia fans have some doubts. Tennessee getting hyped up. Maybe a little bit of doubts here. I look at this. I got to give a score prediction too. I love that offense for Tennessee, even without Nico this year. I think that Joey Aguilar is doing pretty good so far. You say, well, they haven't played a proven defense yet. That's fair. They're going to this week, but 45 and 72 points in back-to-back weeks there in the first 2 games is something special. Defense looked suspect the first couple weeks. 17 points to ETSU, 26 to Syracuse, which I still like Syracuse to be a pretty good ACC team. With that being said, You also look at what Georgia's done. They've struggled a little bit. 28-6 against Austin P, but 45-7 against Marshall. True test and mystery game here for both teams. History would say take Georgia, but streaks are meant to be broken. I've said that on the channel before. Streaks are meant to be broken at any given moment. This is that moment. You heard what I said. I'm rolling with the balls here. Let's go Smoky on Rocky Top. I'm going to take them. And if I had to give a score prediction right now, I'm going to go basic here 35-31 or 34-31, something like that. I got Tennessee getting the victory with their offense on Saturday. I'm probably going to eat these words. I'm not doing this out of like Georgia hate or anything. I really don't hate Georgia. I love the fans, Uncle Lou, um, Harry Legg, all those guys in this community, Big Dog Brett. I'd love to see Tennessee lose, but at the same time, I wish they both could lose this game. I really do. But someone's got to win it, and again, it is in Neyland. It is probably going to be a packed house. I heard it was getting close to sold out if it's not already. Give me Tennessee big time here in the big matchup. And then Pitt, West Virginia. Just for the sake of Golden Blue Dude, rest in peace to him. Plus, the love for Joey Foster. Great guy. Haven't seen him around in a while. Hope he's doing well. Give me West Virginia. All right, 10 out of 10 picks made. I'll stick to a basic 34-31 score for Tennessee to upset Georgia. I guess that'd be in total 65 points. I like that. Let's go. All right. Dominic, what's up, buddy?
Hey, man.
How you doing?
Good, man. Showing off my fresh new cut I got.
Heck yeah, looks great, bro.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about some of these games, man? Okay, let me ask you this. Let's start with Georgia, Tennessee. Could you see Tennessee getting an upset here this week, or who you got? It's in Tennessee. That in mind. If it were in Athens, I'd say dogs all day. But Tennessee, they got to get Georgia at some point, and I feel like this might be a year they could do it. Catch Georgia sleeping a little bit. Do they overlook a couple weeks for that Alabama game? I think, and I got to double check. I'm pretty sure both Alabama and Georgia get a bye before that game.
Yeah. Honestly, for our good old buddy BVD, who I love so much, rest in peace, Big Ball Daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. We love you, BVD. So for him, I'm going with Tennessee for our buddy BVD.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Victory cigars all the way around.
Yeah. I'm going for Tennessee for our buddy BVD.
Yeah.
Yep.
I could do it. I didn't think to mention him, but I'm glad you brought it up. For his sake, Tennessee.
Yes.
Go Vols and screw y'alls. That's what he used to always say, man. I miss him.
Yeah, man.
Any other games stand out this weekend, whether they're on here or not? Oh, let me ask you. Okay, the big one here, A&M and Notre Dame. Who you got in South Bend? I'm going the upset.
You say that, and you think I'm going for the upset. I'm not.
You're going Notre Dame?
Yep.
I get it. I fully get it, but I just like the Aggie defense a little bit more to come through in this game.
Yeah.
I just think they'll be prepared.
Yeah. And I actually just started pick'ems last week. I wasn't able to do the first week because I had some stuff going on.
Yeah.
So I started last week.
Who'd you get last week? I need to look at mine.
I ended up 2-8 last week.
I was 7-3.
I was 2-8
for the week. So I was 7-3 in week 2. I was 5 for 5 or 5-5 in week 1. I'm 12-8 and I'm 85%. So I took for week 2, I got Iowa State, I got Syracuse, I got Illinois over Duke, which honestly was not that close. I had SMU I was so close by 3
Same,
points.
same here.
NC State, I had Kansas over Missouri. I went with the underdogs. I took West Virginia. Oh my gosh, I got to go back to
How
week
did
3.
Ohio
West Virginia.
do?
How the hell does Ohio beat West Virginia?
Ohio's an MAC team, and they
Mac.
beat a Big
Yeah,
12 team. How amazing is that?
it's amazing, but it's also head scratching.
Yeah, it
Mississippi
is.
State, I got Vandy, I got Oklahoma.
The only
Big
two
time.
I got right last week were Ohio State and Iowa State. Or wait, not Oklahoma, I meant. Oklahoma and Iowa State were the only two I got right.
No, you know what? Backyard brawl. Ugh. This game's at Morgantown this year, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Either West Virginia is going to bounce back, or they are on a bad luck of the draw with this schedule,
Mm.
and just on the side of like losing right now. I don't know who to pick right there, man.
Is it okay if I pull up my
What's
pickups and show you who I got?
Yeah, put it in the back room. We'll show it.
All right, I got
I
you,
got to
buddy.
look at this spread. I got to look at this spread. Who's favored? Pitt by 6.5. Yeah, no,
Hmm.
I'm going Pitt. I'm going Pitt. I am so going Pitt.
Oh, jeez. Yeah,
Sorry,
Pitt.
Joey. Sorry, Joey Foster. All right, let's look at let's
Yeah.
see what Dom's got here.
Let's see what. All
All
right,
right.
so I got Tennessee and Notre Dame, Clemson and
Now, are
Georgia
you doing this? Are you picking against the spread, or are you picking straight up wins?
straight up is what I do.
Okay.
Clemson and Georgia Tech. I'm gonna have to go with the Jackets to get the upset here for this one.
Yeah, I like that too.
Memphis and Troy. Ooh.
That'll be a good game. I like to pull for the Alabama schools, but I think Memphis is probably a better G5 team there. I got them winning.
I'm going for Memphis.
Yeah. And then we agree
Washington
on Tennessee.
State and North Texas.
I got North Texas.
Give me the Cougars.
Okay.
And the backyard brawl.
I got Pitt.
You know, I was a big fan of GBD when I was watching him. So for him, I'm going with the Mountaineers.
I can't. Doing that would show bias, though. Like, oh, you're biased towards going to Blue Dudes. Yeah, it was awesome. But, I mean, yeah, I'm going West Virginia. Man, come on. Take me home, country roads. I'll do it. I'll do it. But part of me wants to be as right as possible this season.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do think Pitt's a better team so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Who we got now?
Who you got?
App State and Southern Miss.
I'm going to change my pick now to, well, you can lock them in until game time. So I got Southern Miss right now, but App State's pretty darn good. At least.
Yeah, they have been
I'm
amazing.
I'm going to stick to Southern Miss.
You know, I think App State is a fellow Sun Belt Conference team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm a JMU fan, so do I want to go with a Sun Belt team?
What's up, Sven?
Yeah, I'm going with App State.
You going App State? Okay, so we disagree there. The big one, if you want to go ahead and pick it, Texas A&M, Notre Dame. I got A&M.
I already got Notre Dame.
Yeah. Hey, you got Vandy, South Carolina. I'm going in a shootout. I'm going South Carolina.
Oh my gosh.
It's at Carolina, by the way.
You probably know who I'm going with.
You going with Pavia?
Vandy.
Yeah.
Right.
Duke and Tulane. I got Duke over Tulane.
Give me the underdog.
I don't know if Tulane is an underdog.
I mean, so far.
No, they're not. They're not. They're 1.5 favorites. Plus, they got a better record and they're at home.
All right. Now, the Gophers against the Bears.
This is a game I want to stream, but I'll see. I don't know which game I'm doing
Mm-hmm.
this week yet.
I might do Clemson and Georgia Tech.
Okay. Y'all go check out. You can drop your channel link if you want to, buddy. I don't care. Go
Yeah,
go
man.
check out Dominic.
Yeah,
I got
man.
Minnesota in this one. I got Minnesota big.
Ooh, you got the Gophers.
Gophers and their buck teeth. Yeah.
I don't know, man. This one is
Gophers buck
definitely.
teeth.
Yep. Yep. I don't know, man. This one it's a tough one in my opinion, if I'm honest. But
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna have to go for oh jeez. I don't know, bro. You know what? Give me the Gophers.
Is this California, Ballard?
The Cal Golden Bears. Yes,
taking the
sir.
Gophers.
How you doing, Sven?
Yeah, it's okay. I'm doing okay.
Good.
I try to work my voodoo how we can upset Alcorn State on the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so,
Minnesota by 3 touchdowns. California is terrible.
nice. All right, those are my picks.
They are pretty bad. Yeah. All right. What do you think score prediction wise for Tennessee Georgia? What did I just come up with? 34-31. So
For who?
65 total.
For who?
Georgia, Tennessee.
Who
and
wins?
Dylan.
Who wins?
I got Tennessee with an upset.
Okay. You want a small history lesson? You know, I'm a
Okay.
historian. Okay.
Yes, sir.
What do you think was the last time Tennessee scored a touchdown on any UGA defense? When was the last time? Who did it?
Who did it? Like quarterback wise, or the player that maybe caught the ball?
No, the quarterback.
Oh,
Was it Nico? Was Milton? Was Hooker? Who did it?
Hendon Hooker. Hendon Hooker.
Yeah. When did Hinton Hooker play?
21? No, 22.
Yeah. How many years is this ago?
At this point, 3.
Okay. And who was his wide receiver? Jalen Hyatt.
Jalen Hyatt. Had a
Okay.
couple different receivers that year, but Hyatt was a big one.
And this was a pretty damn good offense, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Name me one wide receiver from Tennessee who is anywhere near Jalen Hyatt. Bad, huh? There's nobody. Name me one quarterback on Tennessee's roster who is anywhere near Hinton Hooker. There is nobody.
Right.
Aguilera is decent against cupcakes. I tell you what, Ballard. G5 Joey Aguilar played a Mountain West schedule. He comes from Appalachian State, or whatever his school was. So he played his strongest teams he ever played was like Southern Miss or Holy Cross or what? These schools. Do you think? I mean, he scored a little bit on Syracuse, who's terrible. They lost a complete team after last year. Do you really believe that a Mountain West quarterback scores 31 points on a top 5 defense in all of NCAA? And I can guarantee you that Georgia has a really good defense. I can guarantee you this.
Oh, for sure.
Because Kirby loves his defense. And they never disappoint. They had a lot of offenses who didn't score, but never a bad defense. Tennessee has a 10% chance to win this game. Look up the last
What?
10. Look up the last 10 years. The last time Tennessee won against Georgia was in 2006. No, 16, not 6. 16. Kirby's first year. So, for the most part, it was 2 or 3 touchdown games. It was one time was close when Hooker played. One time. Otherwise, they can play in essence, they can play in Neyland, they get blown out. They will not score, and Kirby will run the ball. 28-14, UGA.
28-14. All right.
Yeah.
I'm still sticking to the upset with Tennessee, though. I'm not even doing it just because of BVD. I'm straight up like, I'm looking at the numbers here. Like, yeah, Georgia's a better program and probably the better team. But to be at home, to have, I mean, they had a weird offseason with the Nico stuff. Well, Nico's gone at UCLA doing whatever he's doing. Joey Aguilar comes into this game 39 of 59 with 5 passing touchdowns and 535 yards. That's way more than Gunnar Stockton right now.
Yeah.
They lead in rushing yards and receiving yards. They just lead in offense overall. And I'm telling you, Sven, I know that you're kind of like me where defense does win you championships. And I think it still does today. And I trust the Dogs defense. But you have to score today, too. And I would trust Tennessee to do that a little bit more.
The problem what I have is I hear the story now for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee beats UGA. Tennessee always plays. I mean, Syracuse. If they played the Syracuse team from last year, Tennessee lose this game. I can guarantee you this.
Okay.
So, and week 2, it was East Tennessee. They played against East Tennessee. It's the same like Mississippi State plays Arkansas State. I mean,
or us playing ULM. Yeah.
ULM is better as East Tennessee, way better. So and
yeah, but it's still like, I mean, Alabama playing them is kind of the equivalent because it's SEC on cupcakes.
Yeah, and I mean, if Tennessee want to score 100 on them, they score 100 on them.
Right.
This is no problem. I mean, you have a handful of FCS programs. You have to watch out. The Dakotas, North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana State, these kind of programs where there's money.
Right.
North Dakota State has more money as some Power 4 programs. Because they are standalones in the states, and every bit of it, they have an indoor facility at an FCS school. 80% of all Division II programs have no indoor facility. And I mean, Tennessee, I saw nothing what could me convince that Tennessee is a better team as Georgia. There is no way in hell I trust a Josh Heupel more as a Kirby Smart. There is no way in hell I'm doing this. When I see it, I believe it. Mm-hmm. And I never ever would, if Kirby Smart plays Alabama, I never ever would bet $1 on UGA. Kirby always loses to Alabama. It's a natural law. Always. He finds always a way to mess it up. I mean, Tennessee, for all the money they have, is a bad program, really bad. I mean, they are irrelevant since 1998. With all, they have a top 10 fan base in all of college football. There are not many programs who have more fans as the Tennessee Vols. Not many. Alabama isn't even close to have so many fans as Tennessee.
Ain't that the truth? There's a lot more haters for Alabama than there are fans.
The only fan base who has more fans in the SEC as Tennessee is LSU. LSU balls are everywhere. So, but LSU has a good front office, and if you're not good as head coach, you get fired. So
yeah,
and Tennessee wasted 15 years with Pruitt, Bud Jones, and all these Derek Dooley and all these guys cost Tennessee 15 years. They were the doormat of the SEC East. They were busy winning 2-3 games. We played them in 2009. We blow these guys out. We played them in 2013, one game before the Egg Bowl. They had no chance. Absolutely no chance. Tennessee against Mississippi State, they had no chance. And we were a mid-tier program led by Dan Mullen, an 8-win program.
Yeah.
Tennessee had no shot to even compete with us. The Tennessee Vols. This is crazy. They need an AD, and a real AD who knows what he's doing. I mean,
yeah, they've needed that for a long time. Like, yeah, they're getting better in football, but and they've been on the upside more so than the downside in like men's and women's basketball for a while. But it's they need to get some more strength in the programs in athletics.
White, the AD from Tennessee, came with Heupel from UCF. He's a good AD. So, and he hired the baseball coach, and they won the national championships 2 years ago.
Right.
So, every Tennessee fan on this earth knows that Tennessee never ever in a billion years will win anything in basketball. They don't even reach a Final Four. They win 80% of their regular season games and get smoked in the playoffs. The Dak Prescott syndrome. Dak is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL, but he has a playoff syndrome. He can't deliver in the playoffs. Never. It is what it is. In Tennessee, it's the same day. In all these years, in 120 years since Tennessee plays hoops, they never ever reached a Final Four. This is crazy. Even Mississippi State did this.
Yeah.
So, and the ladies are winless, had no title since 2009. I have I know that you know who Maria Cornelius is? No,
I don't think so. No.
Okay, Maria Cornelius is a lady from Knoxville, and she is covering the Lady Vols exclusive.
Okay.
So, and she did a podcast with Alexis Hornbacher, a former champion with the Warthogs in 2009, and I know these ladies a little bit, and if you want to compete in basketball these days, you need $20 million for one season. If you want to compete in baseball, you need $20 million. So, and all Power 4 programs outside of Arkansas and Mississippi State have no money for baseball because they Mississippi State and Arkansas normally making money of baseball because we have the bigger stadiums. We have 12, 13, 14,000 people in the stands. If you go to Oregon, they have 4,000 people. Georgia, 350 or 1,000. No, nobody cares. Or Alabama. Nobody in Alabama cares about baseball. They don't even know who their head coach is. Nobody cares about baseball or basketball or volleyball in Alabama. All what matters is football. And if football stinks, they turn their back and watch NASCAR. So, and Tennessee they simply don't have the money to support football. We are decent. Basketball, for football, you need at least 40 million, 20 million NIL and 20 million from the school. That's the minimum what you need. So then you need 20 million for baseball and 20 million. That's 80 million. Who has 80 million? Texas maybe. Texas A&M, SMU. The Texas schools.
You talking about SMU and Texas A&M?
Texas A&M, yeah, SMU. SMU is the Southern Methodist University in Fort Worth, Dallas.
Yep.
They are the second richest school in the Power Four behind Texas. It's Texas, SMU, then Texas A&M, and then Texas Tech, and after that it's LSU.
Yeah.
LSU has a billionaire, a real billionaire. And if Brian Kelly don't reaches the playoffs this year, he writes a check over 65 million, and Brian Kelly is gone. And Alabama can't do this. They don't have the money. The Alabama, most people think, schools like Georgia, Alabama, Florida, they are big time programs over 20 years or whatever. They have the money. Alabama is a small school in the middle of nowhere, in a town nobody ever heard of. If you take the Alabama Crimson Tide out of Tuscaloosa, nobody knows what this even is or where it is. Nobody. It's the same with Starkville. If Mississippi wouldn't be in Starkville, nobody even would know that Starkville exists. And Alabama is not a rich school.
It's really not. They got some money, but they don't have deep pockets, No,
the problem is, it was all about recruiting, and Saban won the championships with recruiting and preparing.
Right.
So, and Saban knew over the long haul, Alabama can't compete with the Texas schools, with LSU, with Oregon, with these money schools. Alabama can't. Look, who is your quarterback? A five-star dummy who can't complete a pass to save his life. Ty Simpson is a bust. He's an absolute super bust. He completed 17 out of 17 against UL Monroe. Congratulations. Yeah. Did you saw him against Florida? He was terrible. Florida State. And UL Monroe has no defense at all. Nick Saban never ever had such a bum as quarterback. Never. And Georgia, do you really believe Kirby likes Gunnar Stockton? They can't afford to pay a guy 6, 8, or 10 million a year. They simply can't afford it. They are state universities. It's the University of Alabama.
Mhm.
It's a state university. They don't have the pocket. It's not a private school like Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt could easily afford. They say, okay, Bryce Underwood, come here. We have the money.
Yeah.
But they don't spend it. So if Vanderbilt would say, okay, let's play with the big boys. They're winning in between 3 years. Vanderbilt is winning the SEC. I can guarantee you this. Because they have the money. Vanderbilt is rich. And I mean really rich.
Yeah.
They have 150 donors who are billionaires. And on Wall Street. And they're everywhere. So, and the same is with Stanford. Stanford as university is rich as hell. But nobody cares about football there. Nobody. And Tennessee, in the long run, will never, ever compete with the big boys because they simply can't afford it. Either they let baseball go or hoops go, and they burn the hoops stadium down or the baseball stadium, and they focus on football, or they say, okay, let's make sure we are in the top 20 in football, in the top 20 in baseball, and in the top 20 in basketball. But they never. Dalton Knecht. You ever heard this name? Dalton Knecht?
I have heard the name, yeah.
Okay. He was a first round pick, the number 2 overall pick to the Golden State Warriors. And he played for the Tennessee Volunteers. He was drafted 2 years ago. So he was the only good player who got really paid by the Tennessee Vols. Mississippi State beat them in regular season 2 times in Knoxville, in Starkville, and ended their season in the SEC tournament in Nashville. He lost 3 times to Mississippi State. And you know why? While Mississippi State had no superstar, they had 5 players or 6 players paid less, but had 6 good players and not 1 superstar. And they outplayed them physically. So, and the same is with Alabama today. They have 1 Ryan Williams and 1 Bernard. And I tell you, Bernard is better as Ryan Williams. But it's my personal opinion. So who else is good on Alabama's team? Who is good? Who is a superstar?
I mean, they have talent, but they haven't had anybody show up in a big way this year yet.
Look,
and I'm not even going to hold my breath that anyone's going to. I'm not saying they will or won't. I don't know. I still need to see it. So I kind of get what you're saying there.
I mean, there is no Julio Jones. There is no even Najee Harris.
Mm-hmm.
Najee Harris won Alabama single-handedly games. They had here who's the little wide receiver who plays for the Phillies? Devontae, he won the Heisman. Yeah,
Devontae Smith.
I mean, he was not super elite, but he was good. He was a star. He could win. He could win you games. So, go back before Milroe. The last 10 quarterbacks are all first-round picks. Matt Jones, Bryce Young, you name them. Tua, Hurts, they're all NFL guys now. Do you really believe Ty Simpson is a first-round pick? Nobody drafts this kid. He's a bust. I saw him against Florida State. Against Florida State. He had a wide open guy on the sideline, a 20-yard out route, and he was on the run, and he couldn't, and he overthrow him by 5 feet. It's unbelievable. This dude is a 5-star. And he did it not once, not twice. He did it 10, 15 times in this game. Alabama never, ever should lose to Florida State. Never. They are not
True.
even in the same league talent-wise as in Alabama. And I tell you, I told you before, if Nick Saban would still be the head coach at Alabama, first of all, Ty Simpson is not the quarterback. I can guarantee you this. And Nick Saban goes to Tallahassee and beat their ass by 20. FSU has no chance against Saban. He never ever would lose against these bums. Florida State is a decent team. They may win 9 games. But they get smoked by Miami because Miami is a way better team. First of all, they are a way better coach. They have the better quarterback. And they have the better O-line.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know. And Mississippi State, 5 wins are in reach. 4 are for sure. And I hope we can beat Tennessee. And I talked yesterday to Lou. No, it was this morning. I talked this morning to Lou, and he said he has more fear about Mississippi State than for the cocktail party because Mississippi State would be a better team as Florida. Can you imagine this? Lou said this. Crazy Lou.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
he don't mess around. He don't mess around when it comes to being real with teams on how bad they suck.
I straightened him out. I said, Mississippi State is still a shit show, and we lost our 2 most important players outside of Shapen. We lost our best defensive lineman and our best offensive lineman, and this is not good.
Right.
Will Whitson is a monumental blow. But anyway, at 3 today, we are all going to Saline. You know who Saline is?
Yep, the Florida man.
Yeah, and we're doing our pick'em.
Oh,
we have a pick'em contest, and I'm down bad. I lose to Vic and freaking Saline, to a Georgia and a Florida man. I lose.
Mm-hmm.
I have 8 points and they both have 10 points, but we're only picking 7 games a week. This week it's Georgia Tech against Clemson, Florida LSU, Wisconsin Bama, UGA Tennessee. The backyard brawl. You know what a backyard brawl is?
West Virginia.
West Virginia against
Pittsburgh.
Against Pittsburgh, yeah. Aggies against Rudy, Notre Dame, and Duke Tulane.
Yeah.
Tulane will beat Duke.
Yeah, we were just doing our pick'ems today on the show. I think I had that, but I really didn't know a whole lot to.
By the way, Tulane is a founding.
Of.
Did you know that Tulane is a founding member of the SEC?
Yep. They were.
Who else?
Mississippi State.
No.
Who's
no longer?
Oh, no. No longer in the SEC. Don't tell me it was.
It's 2 teams.
Georgia Tech and Tulane.
And who else?
You're looking for one other? Let's see.
I tell you.
I know Georgia Tech and Tulane.
This team had the greatest season ever assembled by any NCAA team ever. At this time, the NCAA was not existing. The best football season ever assembled by any team on planet Earth. These guys were absolute unbeatable. And they did things they went on a 6-day road trip and played 5 games in 6 days, and they're going by train. It was in 1899. Sewanee. You ever heard of them?
No, I don't think I have. Sewanee? Like Georgia?
Sewanee. Not Savannah, Sewanee. Type, do you have Google open? Open
yeah.
Google. Okay. SEW.
I got it. I got the name.
So,
Sewanee.
and the next word you type in 1899 road trip. Little history lesson.
The 1899 Sewanee Tigers?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the greatest football team ever assembled on planet Earth. College football team. There is no
I
way.
have to do something on this. Billy Sutter was the head coach. They played at Hardy Field. They were the Tigers, and it looks like they won 12 games, lost none, and outscored opponents 322-10.
They went on a six-day road trip. Played teams like LSU, Georgia Tech on the road. 6 days, 5 games, and they won this road trip combined 91-0.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Can you imagine Nick Saban? You call Nick Saban up or the Burr, and you say, okay, in the next 6 days you play Mississippi State, Auburn, Georgia, Florida, and Tennessee on the road. In the next 6 days.
We'd forfeit.
You know what
we
happens?
Should.
You know what happens? They win maybe the first one. They tie it up against Mississippi State, and they are cooked.
Yeah.
And they went on a road trip 6 days by train, not by plane, by train.
Mm-hmm.
And beat the crap out of these teams. You should a little bit read about the 1899 Sewanee team. This is the greatest. This is the greatest SEC team ever. There is no Saban team, no Kirby Smart team, no Miami Hurricanes, no LSU Joe Burrow team comes even close to these guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will definitely have to look into it. Is there like a video I can watch on YouTube about it?
By the way, did you ever heard the name Steve Robertson?
Steve Robertson. Yes.
Who is Steve Robertson? Take your time.
You asked if I heard the name. You didn't ask if I knew who he was.
No, I tell you who he is.
Okay.
Not who he was. His nickname is Rose Bowl.
Rose Bowl. Okay.
This is his nickname. So he was in his first life. He was a drug addict.
Yeah.
And he comes from South Mississippi, and then he met his now wife, and she saved him. She's a nurse, and she saved him, and he is sober since 35 years. And he's the owner of the 247 Mississippi State page and Gene's page. So he wrote 7 books and 6 books about Mississippi State, all bestsellers. He wrote about, he brought Hugh Freeze down at Ole Miss. He was the guy who killed Hugh Freeze. The book he wrote was Flim Flam about this. He wrote a book about Dudy Noble, the Dudy Noble field, the baseball field. So the life and time of Dudy Noble. And he spoke with Dudy Noble's family. He wrote a book about the football history of Mississippi State, about a book called Stark Villains. This is about the people who are surrounding Mississippi State. A view from the fan base and from the catering guy, not from for players view, from the outside in. So he wrote a book about. Give me a minute.
Okay.
Hast du bitte einen Löffel Kaffee? Den tut jetzt Kaffee? Und nächste Frage, willst du ein paar Äpfel haben? Nee. Frisch vom Baum. Ich habe was ist denn? Brauche ich nicht. Ja, wenn wir es so machen, dann machen wir hier eben rein und dann gehen wir voll. Weil jetzt, ich möchte jetzt einen Kaffee trinken und ich will eine ganze Kaffeekanne machen. Das will ich meine. Das will ich morgen früh machen. Ja. Ich habe ja löslichen Kaffee auf Arbeit, jetzt habe ich dran gedacht. Wird wieder nicht. Warte mal, ganz kurz.
Ballard, give me 20 seconds.
Okay.
Das schaffst du nicht. So. Danke dir.
Kids running around here. It's okay. Yeah, and Steve Robertson wrote a lot of books about Mississippi State, and if you want to go into Mississippi State, you should. The books are not that expensive. They are costing $20 or something like that. So it's not 50, 60 or $70, and you can order them. Barnes and Nobles has them. You know what Barnes and Nobles is?
Yeah, Books A Million, Barnes and Noble. I'm sure you could get them off Amazon or something.
He don't. I think he only sells one book on Amazon. He normally avoids Amazon. He supports the local bookstores.
Okay.
And Steve Robertson he makes a podcast 3 times a week about Mississippi State and what's going on, and play by play. He tells you he was a baseball coach for high school later on, and he was a scout for football many years, and he has knowledge. So and it's on Gene's page, the Boneyard. So, and it comes 3 times a week, and this is the best source for Mississippi State. Outside of Super Talk Mississippi, Hated and Fork. It's the greatest source and the trustworthy source. I mean, I watched 2-3 episodes from Locked on Mississippi State. These 2 guys are absolute nuts. They have no clue who Mississippi State is. They know nothing. And all they do is shit talking in the end. They don't know who the person is they talk about. They don't know background stories, no history, nothing. And I desubscribed from them. It's just bad. And one of these guys works for Athlon Sports. It's just a waste of time.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and what you're doing now?
Me? I'm doing a stream. I'm just sitting here. I'm listening to what you have to say, man.
No. Who wins the SEC?
This year,
Yeah.
Texas.
Who?
Texas.
Okay. Why is that?
Because I think they're the most talented SEC team at the moment. I think that based on talent and Sark's recruiting.
Mhm.
I think they can win enough games to get there and play maybe LSU or Georgia, and I think that they could come out on top. I think
Okay.
between Georgia, Texas, and LSU, those are the three teams to win the SEC.
Arch Manning started now 5 games for Texas. 2 last year and 2.5 last year and 2 this year. And he played for the most part in the first UGA game after Ewers got benched. So why is it that Arch Manning puts 400 yards on Mississippi State and UL Monroe, but chokes against Georgia, Ohio State, and any decent defense there is? Arch Manning is at best. I tell you what, Arch Manning is at best an average, the 10th best quarterback in the SEC right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's the name. It's like Lagway. I mean, if Lagway would be that good, what they all say, your team does not lose to a G5 program, Southern Florida, out of your own state. Texas is not the best team, by far not, because they have no quarterback who wins you games against elite defenses. Manning had a quarterback rating of 12 against Georgia last year, 12. He had a quarterback rating of 23 against Ohio State this year. Until the fourth quarter, and Ohio State put the backups in because they were up 14-zip, 2 touchdowns. He had completed 40 yards, 40, and had an interception. No touchdown, 12 yards rushing, and 40 yards. Arch Manning is not good, and you are tired.
Yeah, a little bit.
Then end the stream and go to sleep.
I probably will. I definitely need some lunch, but
but cook yourself. Don't order it.
Yeah.
Texas ain't winning nothing. Not the SEC, no national championship. I mean, Texas is winless in any major sport since 2005. They didn't win a baseball title, they didn't win a hoops title, and they didn't win a football title.
Right.
They are a mediocre school with too much money. I mean, how can you allow, as Texas, that UTSA the University of Texas San Antonio, comes to your house in a playoff game in baseball and blows you out in 2 games. They blew them out last year. And Texas was ranked number 1 in baseball after the regular season because they had the easiest schedule, like in football. And UTSA came in their house and blew them out. I mean, you saw it. They played a bad Clemson team last year in the playoffs, survived them. Clemson was a 9-3 ACC team. How can you lose 3 games in the ACC? How is it even possible that you lose 3 games in the freaking ACC as Clemson with that talent?
I don't know, but it tickled me to death. That's for sure. It tickled me, man. I was pretty happy about that.
Yeah, and and after that they played Arizona State and should have lost this game. The thing went to double overtime against freaking Arizona State. Did you saw what Arizona State is? Mississippi State beat them.
Yeah.
Last year we lost on the road at Arizona State by 7 points. And Texas needed 2 overtimes to beat them. That's how good they are. With Manning or Ewers and with all this talent they have. Texas is not a good football team. Just forget it. Do you believe that Georgia needs only beats Clemson by 10 points? They played last year. Did you saw this game?
I was at work, but I want to say the score was
by 40. They beat him by 5 touchdowns or something like that. Easy.
Wasn't it like 35-3 or something?
Yeah, by 5 touchdowns. It was a blowout of epic proportions.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Texas has to go to Athens. Do you believe Texas beats Georgia at their house? I mean, last year
we saw last year it was 30-15.
Yeah, and
at Texas.
Yeah, and Beck threw 3 interceptions in this game, and gave
and
Texas 3 extra positions. 3 extra positions, and they still lost by 2.5 touchdowns.
Yeah,
Texas is not a good team. I mean, they nearly survived Vanderbilt. I mean, Kalen DeBoring lost to Vanderbilt.
Mm-hmm.
And to this day, I don't know why. I mean, an Alabama Crimson Tide should never lose to Vandy or to Mississippi State or to Ole Miss. Never.
I agree. It's unacceptable.
Yeah, of course. But the times that Alabama is a powerhouse in football are over.
I hate to admit it, but I think you're right.
It's a simple fact. Alabama simply has not the money. You have not the resources to compete with the big boys, with the real big boys. As long as Kirby Smart is in Georgia, they will have money. If Kirby Smart leaves Georgia, Georgia is a 6-win team in the NIL era. I can guarantee you this. Tennessee was great in the late 90s, in the early 2000s, and there were 15 years the doormat of the SEC East, the weak SEC East. South Carolina was bad, Missouri was busy winning 1 game, Kentucky, all these trash cans. And Tennessee finished 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th in the SEC East until Heupel came. If Heupel leaves Tennessee, they are dead. They are a 3-win program, instant. Because no established head coach will go to Tennessee. It's the same with Auburn. When was the last time? I mean, Auburn has money. Auburn has really money. Auburn is richer as Alabama. They have really money. So, when was the last time a real bona fide Hall of Fame college football head coach was the head coach of the Auburn Tigers? When was the last time? Tell me. You can't even remember one.
No. I mean, they won a championship because of Cam Newton, not because of Gene Chizik, you
Yeah.
know.
And
And then Gus Malzahn,
Gus
I mean,
Malzahn will go into the Hall of Fame. I can
Mhm.
guarantee you this. He's one of the top 3 offensive coordinators in all of college football.
Yes.
And he's better as Sarkisian. He is better as Kiffin, as offensive, not as head coach, but as offensive play caller. I mean, he went this year to them, to FSU. They are a different team. They are a complete different team.
Oh yeah.
But they will not win the ACC. The best team is Miami by a mile, because Miami has the quarterback, a seasoned quarterback, who can make every throw, who is not rattled. He played in national championships. He played in the SEC championships. He played in every game there is. Carson Beck. He saw it all.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the backup in the championship game, but he was there. So, and he is Kirby Smart proved. And Thomas Castellanos cannot compete with him. There is no way. And Miami has the way better lines and the way better running game. There is no way in hell FSU beats Miami. And there is no way in hell Clemson beats Miami. Miami wins for the first time. If Carson Beck stays healthy, this is the big if. If Carson Beck stays healthy, Miami will win the ACC with a record of 11-1. And they will go to the playoffs, and they will go at least to the semifinals.
Yeah. Maybe. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah. And if Clemson loses this weekend, they are not making the playoffs. This is the game. This is the week. If Georgia Tech wins this weekend, they are in the playoffs. There is nobody else on their schedule who is nowhere near Georgia Tech's level. I think they play Georgia at the end of the year. But it's an out-of-conference game. Georgia Tech can even afford to lose to a Louisville or to a Pitt and still go 10-2. And with 10-2, you are going to the playoffs over a 10-2 Notre Dame. And Notre Dame will lose to the Aggies this week.
You think you got Notre Dame losing to the Aggies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Notre Dame is not a good team. I
Nope.
mean, Miami manhandled them on the lines. They killed them on the lines. They had no shot. There was no pass rush. Carson Beck had all the time. He called his fiance, what you want for dinner, and then he threw a ball. He had all the time in the world. So.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Have you ever thought about what will happen if Mississippi State goes 4-0 and Tennessee beats Georgia? And Tennessee is 4-0. And in week 5, Tennessee comes to Starkville. And this could happen. Easy.
Yeah.
And Tennessee loses in Starkville. They have to rank freaking Mississippi State. I mean, to rank Florida and Boise State and Arizona State in the first place is as crazy as it gets. Florida is nowhere near number 11 team. Arizona State is nowhere near the number 12 team. And Boise State without Ashton Gentry is a trash can program. They will maybe win 6 games. Maybe.
Right.
Ashton Gentry was Boise State. And Ashton Gentry should have won the Heisman last year over Travis Hunter because he was way more important to this team as Travis Hunter for Colorado. And Travis Hunter is a damn good football player. He's really good. I like this guy. So, but yeah. Ashton Gentry, it's like Cam Skadaboo. I mean, Skadaboo was Arizona State. And without him, Arizona State is nowhere. I mean, number 12, Arizona State, the 12th best team in the SEC, in NCAA. This is crazy talk. I mean, you have 8 teams in the SEC who beats Arizona State by double digits. And they can play at Tempe, at Tennessee. They can play in Baton Rouge. They can play at Alabama would beat them. No, maybe. So Georgia, Tennessee, Missouri would beat them. Ole Miss would beat them. Georgia would beat them. Easy. There's Texas A&M would beat them. Texas would beat them. That's 8 teams. So and they're ranked in 12. So and then you have Ohio State, you have Penn State, Oregon, you have Utah. Arizona State plays Utah in 4 weeks. You know what will happen in Salt Lake City? They blow them out by 5-6 touchdowns. Utah has one of the best quarterbacks. This dude is for real.
They're on the up climb right now. Utah is. I mean, they're having a good start to the season, and I like them. I mean, the big ball's wide open, but it's it comes down to teams like Arizona State or Utah.
I think it comes down to Iowa State and Utah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Iowa State's in that mix too, actually. I would agree. Iowa State and Utah. Arizona State's still alive though. When I was saying that, I didn't think much about Iowa State, but I do like them. Yep.
Yeah. I ate a cookie with coffee, and the cookie is in my throat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 5:25 p.m. here in Germany.
Okay, so that means for you it's getting close to dinner time, I'm sure, right?
What? I had dinners. I had my main dinner is at noon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're different.
Yeah,
and dinner does not mean Wendy's or Sonic or McDonald's. Dinner means cook yourself.
Yeah.
I had yesterday a conversation with a buddy of mine from Louisiana, and he said the new Oktoberfest brew from whatever company he named is the best beer in the world. And I told him, you don't even know how a real beer smells or looks like.
Mhm.
We have 2,000 breweries in Germany, private breweries.
Right.
And they all have a law from 1517 who is still in place how to brew a beer with which ingredients. And if you do anything other than these 5 ingredients in your beer, you can't call it beer. It's called Reinheitsgebot.
Okay.
It's from 1517. And that's why the German beer is the best in the world with the Czech beer. And there are controls, hard controls. And if you do chemicals or something like that, or you add lemon or something like that to your normal beer, your brewery is closed in between a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, they shut the place down. When is the next stream with Andrew?
Well, I need to get in touch with him today just to make sure we do a call-in show tomorrow, and if not, it will be possibly Monday. So,
Yeah.
but
If you do a call-in show tomorrow, yeah, make sure
Yeah.
you look up when Lou does his call-in show, and don't terminate it on the same time.
I got you, man. I got you.
It makes no sense
Yeah.
because
All
everyone
right.
goes to Lou, and nobody will come over here. Yeah, I have now. By the way, did you ever heard of the Matt Wyatt show?
Matt Wyatt. Yeah.
I give you a link. Give me a second.
Okay.
I give you a link. He is our former quarterback, and you can watch him on where is he? Here he is. And he does a show from 11 to 1. In 1.5 hours, it starts on YouTube, and
Okay.
it's 2 hours, and you can call in and you can ask him questions. Private chat einfügen. So in the private chat is a link. Subscribe to him, and he makes breakdowns. By the way, he's the radio commentator for Mississippi State football with Neil Price. If you go to hailstate.com and you hear the radio report for Mississippi State, it's him and Neil Price. Everybody in Starkville knows this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he was on the 97, 98, 99 football team. First year in 96, he had a redshirt freshman year, and he played in 97, 98, and 99. And in 99, he was the starting quarterback.
Okay.
And if you click to live, it's in the Mississippi State Bureau, and he does this live show. And it's really nice. And what you have to know about Mississippi State, he tells you, and you can ask him questions, and he will answer the questions. If you say, okay, why did Shapen throw this ball at Evans or this? and he will tell you because he's a quarterback. He gives you the answer in direct in the show.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, Matt is cool. I know him for many years. So what is going on here? So Ballard, I have to leave you. My grandkids making trouble here. I have to show them who is boss in the house. Yeah, my daughter
Get 'em,
was here.
Sven.
Yeah, my
Get
daughter
'em.
was here and she picks them up at 7, and I have 1.5 hour to entertain them.
Okay. Well, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. They are 5 and 8 years old and
Oh.
troublemakers. Yeah, like little kids are.
Yep.
Ballard, I wish you a nice day. And if you like, come to the Matt Wyatt show. It's on 7. My time it's 7, and your time it's 11 or 12 or whatever it is, or 1.
Okay.
It's in 1.5 hour on the on the link I gave you.
It'd be about 1 o'clock here. All right. I'll go check it out.
Yeah, do it. It's very interesting. And check out Steve Robertson, Gene's
Yes,
page.
sir.
He's the
All right.
guy. Okay, take care.
Thanks. All right. Thank you, Sven, for coming on. Dominic earlier. Love you guys. Got to get out of here. Got some stuff to do. Have an awesome Wednesday. Love you. Jesus loves you. God bless. And we'll see you next time here at BSM.
Hey folks, this is Christian Ballard. You're at WK Moment.